If you want more of your patients to pay attention to your marketing, and that's your number one priority is just holding attention, then the easiest way you can do that is by having the right tone in your marketing. The tone of your marketing is so important. Something that's salesy, corporate, and uptight will get ignored. We have a very strong intuition when it comes to our first impression of something. If it looks like an ad, if it sounds like an ad, if it looks like a sales pitch, if it looks uptight, corporate, salesy, we're going to ignore it, we're going to move on. But when it's conversational and it's relatable, that's something that's going to grab our attention. One thing that I do when I write all my ads is I think of proximity. Think of the physical distance between you and the person that you're writing this piece of marketing to. Literally, the physical distance. When you're doing something uptight, salesy, corporate, there's a huge gap of distance between you and the person that you're talking to. You're lecturing them. But when you're talking in a conversational tone, one-on-one, it's like you're leaning in and you're having a conversation with them. Hey, I wanted to share this with you. This is something that I think would be interesting of you. Have you been here before? Can you relate to this? Can you relate to Jen over here? I think you probably can. The physical distance, just think of that when you're writing or creating any piece of marketing, filming a video, whatever it may be, think of the physical distance. This also works on video. One thing that you can do on video is you can lean in when you're talking. You can get closer to the camera. This is really powerful because it's going to break down the fourth wall. People are going to forget that they're watching a video or they're reading an ad. They're going to start thinking like they're having a text message or an email exchange or they're writing back and forth with someone. That conversational tone, closing that distance between you and whoever you're talking to is very, very powerful. All your marketing needs to be specific to one person. You're having a conversation between you and someone you're specifically trying to help. Now, the beauty of this is when you talk one-on-one with someone, anyone who reads that or anyone who watches that, it's going to be like you're talking to them directly. The mistake that I see people make is they think when they do this, it's going to alienate a lot of people, when in reality, it's the complete opposite. When you're generic and boring, that's when people tune out. But when you use you-based language, here's what you need to know. Have you considered this? I'm curious, are you in this position? I have a client that was in this position. I think you can probably relate to it. It's going to be as if you're talking to them directly. Like you filmed this specific video, wrote this ad, sent this message for them and them only, and it's going to totally break the pattern in their mind into them thinking, hey, this is something directly for me, I have to pay attention to it. Now here's how you can take it to another level, and this may seem a little odd, but again, I want you to keep an open mind to it. The next time you write out some copy, you write a letter, you film a video, whatever it may be, I want you to think of that piece that you're putting together. You're making it for someone that you care about, someone that you love. Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's your daughter, maybe it's your spouse, whoever it may be, someone closest to you. You're sharing something with them. How would you talk to them? Just that mindset shift of I'm putting this together and here's something I want to share with someone I love who may be in that same position. How would I talk to them? Here's something I have to share with you. I'm so excited. I was so proud of my patient. That type of you-based language, kind of the analogy that I use is like a proud parent. Write to them, be in that state of mind. It's going to completely change the tone of your marketing. It's going to go from generic junk to the most emotionally compelling piece that you've ever put together. Strategy summary. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get out a piece of paper and write a brief letter to someone you care dearly about. Someone that you don't worry will judge you. Maybe it's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, your kids, your parents. And write in detail what you love about what you do. Now, I want you to have childlike enthusiasm on this. Maybe even go back to the early days. Say, this is why I got started. Sometimes you forget why you got started. And you need that perspective to say, wow, what I do is amazing. Think of the patient that you recently helped that gave you the most amount of fulfillment. Talk about the day where you thought, man, I was just locked in all day. This was the perfect day. Write about that in detail. I guarantee this is the best piece you will put together in quite some time. Talk like an excited professional. This is infectious because it's real. Now, I don't want you to worry about fear of judgment and people saying, this is kind of awkward. It's kind of uncomfortable to share these feelings. Put it all out there. I guarantee the people that you're trying to attract, the patients that you want to help, are going to read this and say, I'm done looking. This is the only person that I want helping me. Write that letter out and let me know how it works for you.